Let's go with at home first, and then we'll talk about in restaurants, and then what are the go-tos also.
What's a restaurant?
Yeah, what's a restaurant?
What's up, boys?
Yo.
Pearlsy,
Cheers.
Ben, Jeff, Mr. Daddy Woo. This week we got the drinky drink Tuesday morning drinks, Tuesday morning cocktails. I got a little bit of the good stuff, average stuff, Bombay. Had nothing else, didn't have time to get anything. So I put together a summery gin and tonic. It was like 60, 70 degrees this weekend here in Barcelona. So got a little tiki, cucumber slices, fresh peppercorns, a splash of pomegranate in there. Cheers. Pearlsy, what you got?
Funny, I got a what's called proper gin and tonic. Proper gin and tonic has, I brought my ingredients here. This has got green cardamom, it's got juniper berries, and it's got star anise. And then you slap them up to release the smells, and then just drop them in the drink like so, which is gin and some tonic. It's legit. You don't have to mess around with any peppercorns.
Nice.
I just swallowed a peppercorn.
I got the drink that you drink when you have to actually accomplish stuff later, which is vodka seltzer. Only because I didn't feel like going to the store and getting a Red Bull. It's good stuff. Kettle One left over from my birthday.
There you go. Do you see that Drizzly got acquired today too? Speaking of staying on task, Drizzly, the delivery alcohol thing that I've been using, got bought by Uber today. So really interesting news in terms of alcohol on the fly.
Man, we got alcohol delivery from DoorDash a couple weeks ago. I couldn't believe it existed. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Highly recommended.
Pretty solid. Yeah, everybody's got extra delivery services these days. So today's topic, we're gonna talk about, what are we talking about? Food and meals, and if you will eat the same meals or not. Sorry, if you eat the same meals as your kids.
Well,
is that
really,
topic?
do the kids eat the same meal as you? You cook for yourself and then make them something different.
At home, let's go with at home first, and then we'll talk about in restaurants, and then what are the go-tos also.
What's a restaurant?
Yeah, what's a restaurant?
All right,
Y'all
so
don't have restaurants in America?
At home, I got one kid that'll generally eat the same thing as me and my wife, and another kid who is a little more conservative. But generally for us, and mine again are 7 and 9, big difference is certain ingredients can't be in the food for my oldest to eat it. So I'll make like last night I made burritos, and 2 of the burritos that I set off to one side don't have tomatoes and onions in it, and the other 2 that I make will have much less, a much more simple thing. But that's the only extent of making adjustments for each kid. You guys?
Usually I'm into making them a separate meal. So I'll cook whatever it is that I cook for Sam and I. And then they'll get something different, but I've really simplified it. So they'll get fruit, vegetables, maybe rotisserie chicken, and then some kind of starch that's easy to cook, like pasta. So I don't make them it is a whole separate thing, but it's not all that time consuming to slice up some fruit and veggies and make that the basis of their meal. And on occasion, they'll eat what we eat, especially if it's steak. For some reason, Natalie loves steak. So, but that's not a weekly thing. So yes, we are. I don't feel like it's always been that way, but I'm not sure how it got this way. But yes, we're doing one meal for the adults, and then I make something different for the kids.
And the side question is, do you guys eat all at the same time? Always?
Yeah. We generally, unless there's some extenuating circumstance, we all sit around the table and eat. And even if their friends in our pod are here, same thing. Like, we'll all sit around and have that time. It's just like when first time really all day that we all come together.
Yeah, we used to do that. We would have family dinner, obviously, and then at the height of the pandemic, when they were home all day, every day, we got away from that just because we didn't need to sit with them for another 20 minutes. So now we're trying to reestablish that really just over the last month. So they'll come home from school, and that's about when I have dinner ready. And we'll try to sit together and have a family dinner, but they're 3 and 5, so their attention span is limited.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, we've been kind of like on separated dinner schedules, like a variety depending on like how quickly we can get their food ready, just because they eat so much earlier. They want to eat at like 7, 6, and we don't need to eat till like 8 or 9. We'll like sit down with them, cook, or one of us will sit and try and help feed them most of the time. I think we're doing more family style now. Like today we had a bunch of vegetables. The biggest difference I think for me is we like to eat spicy stuff, like really spicy stuff. And you guys know me, I'm doing that like every meal. So it's been hard to and yeah, I don't like to just dash hot sauce at the end. So I'll try and make some stuff for them and then like do a spicy version, but
Yeah.
a lot of my stuff is just like straight green chili peppers and things in there. And they like will eat a little bit of curry and stuff, but it depends on the meal, like you said. Like if we have sushi sometimes they'll help me like cut up vegetables and prep some stuff and help roll it, and then we eat together. We do this Shabbat stuff every time together. We have her mom is sending food all the time, so a lot of that stuff is already made. We just heat it up, and like pastas, soups, and any other kind of hearty grandma food. We're lucky to get that. So yeah, we kind of, I think they eat different food most of the time, unfortunately.
I'll be honest. I mean, I'm kind of an asshole at times in terms of how judgmental I am of my kids as well as other people, and it's like somehow I have this baked in my head that if you're obstinate about food, that it somehow reflects poorly on like you as a parent. It's like the people are like, I don't touch white food, or I don't like things that are mushy, or whatever it is. I somehow pass judgment on those people. Like, come on, make your kid do this, and like I get frustrated about it for sure with my own kids. And then when we're in groups and like kids just like see something they've never tasted before, it's immediately like, and they won't even taste it, and that shit drives me nuts. Like I just can't get past it.
I think it's similar to a lot of parenting. I was gonna say I think it's similar to a lot of parenting issues where it's, do you want to spend the energy teaching them and making them do what you think they should do, or do you want to spend the energy just like making it easy? So I could either spend the energy and arguing with them to eat the same dinner with us, or I can spend a little bit of energy just making up a different plate of food for them that they will eat and not have to fight. And it's like that kind of thing all throughout the day. What clothes are they going to wear? How much are they going to splash in the bath? All these different things. So
yeah, pick your battles.
I try to,
it's a balance. It's a gentle
I always try to
balance,
get them
though, right?
to eat our food.
Yeah.
But I'm right now, I don't have the energy to go through that fight every day about making them eat this dinner and then dealing with them because they're hungry because they didn't eat the food. And I could just in 3 minutes.
I agree with Pearlsy though I agree that I hate that, and I was gonna do the survey of who it was. It's for me, I think it's the oldest. Like my sister was like that. She's older than me. I eat whatever and everything. Our Liel, the little one, will eat anything. She was eating like salmon eyeballs, and she's 3, and like she loves shrimp and everything.
Same.
I'm not even touching salmon eyeballs.
And Sherelle for a long time was just like, I'm not eating carrots. I'm not eating. She was like essentially just like white pasta and like no tomato sauce, not like one vegetable, but
Yeah.
but through like constantly going over and over, she's like, look, I'm eating carrots today. Look, I'm so like, yeah, I agree with you that it's not worth the effort a lot of times because they'll just like they're so into it. But over time, that training will break into their heads as they get older, especially. And she's opened up like in the last year or last few months of just being like accepting and saying, I'll try it
Yep.
and then I'll tell you if I don't like it at least, and say like not everyone likes everything. It's okay if I don't like something, but she'll now try things at least, and that's what we are hoping for, to just be a little bit open-minded about it.
We got Talia to
That's my curfew alarm.
we got Talia to taste my oldest to like do salad. Same thing. We always make them try it once. Then she really liked Caesar salad, and then the next time she asked for it, she's like, "Can I have that Cesar salad?" Like she said it like it was a person, like a Hispanic person. She's like, "I want that Cesar salad," and immediately, like now in our house, it's called Cesar salad. Pretty great. That's what happens when you live in Northern California.
So Jeff, you said
that's
that
good.
your sister was more picky, but you ate anything. But what about you, Matt? And like how long? Because I remember being a pretty picky eater. I think when I was a kid, even through my teens, before I really started to enjoy different things. Like I always remember my favorite Chinese food was cheeseburger sub, and I know that Chinese food is not really a refined palate.
From what was it called?
But I do remember
what was
like
it called? Jerry subs
Jerry's
in Piney Branch. No,
the Chinese food
what was that
restaurant.
like Chinese carry out?
Yeah.
The one next to the old Piney Branch Elementary
Yeah,
School.
the one on Maple Ave. It's famous. I don't know why I can't think of the name right now.
Something subs, like it was like Jerry's sub or something like that, or not Jerry's, but
No, they made a whole movie about it. You remember Andelman, David Andelman, or I can't remember his first name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the carry out place, right?
Yeah, I drive by it every day.
Is it Danny?
No. I can't think of the name at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
yeah, you used to get fries and like barbecue chicken.
I literally like I've always been a little bit more adventurous than my brother, and having a Latino American and like kind of babysitters throughout my life, as a latchkey child who were feeding us tortillas and beans and rice, and my best friend was Dominican growing up. Like I ate a lot of different stuff, so I've always been very adventurous on my palate. My brother not so much, and my wife not so much, but I was never the issue on this one.
I think, I think it's from what I see, it's the order, like the oldest one, just like you're loose with the younger child on a lot of stuff. It's like that younger child thing where you're like, they're not dead, so whatever. Yeah. And we're not stressed. Maybe we impose that stress on them early, like with the first child, you're like, what are you eating? What is that? And then like you allow them to eat whatever they want, like you, because you're worried that they're gonna freak out. So you're like, okay, you can eat cookies and pasta for dinner for like a year, and they get used to like kind of getting their way on it.
The biggest tool I have in my battle to get Natalie to try more foods is that she didn't like pizza until maybe she was like 4. And so I always remind her, like, you didn't like pizza when I tried it. You didn't like pizza. And then I told you for years and years you would like pizza, and you finally tried it. You love it. So now every time she doesn't want to try something, I tell her that. And she's really good about trying stuff once, even though it usually doesn't change her mind. She tells me before she tries it that she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And she tries it, and then she says, I still don't like it. And then she gets her, her Elsa string cheese and strawberries.
Good lessons.
That's a powerful snack. How about at the restaurants? All right, quickly go through your go-tos at the restaurant. I'm embarrassed by this. All right, so we go to these like Chinese restaurants all the time, and what Haya's family is, they go there, but we're like in Spain, and there's not good Chinese food, and they always get like French fries at the Chinese restaurant, and I'm like, no, don't give them French fries. You need to eat noodles or rice. That's it.
Yeah.
Fried rice, you can have fried rice, but eat noodles or fried rice. So they've been getting like really like duck now. The go-tos are like pasta, just pasta with tomato sauce or pasta with cheese, and what else? Like they've been adventurous in like the Chinese restaurants, like lo mein and fried rice and not that like duck rolls, and that's getting more into it. And Leo likes shrimp, different kinds of shrimp now. So that's and salmon, chicken, like those go-tos.
Well, I can't
What are
remember the
your
last time
go-tos?
we were in a restaurant, and I don't know the next time we're going to be in a restaurant, but we were in an American restaurant and they still eat French fries. So I think kids love French fries. I don't think that's news. Whatever cuisine it is, if it's a fried potato, they're probably gonna like it.
I mean, ours, I'd say quickly, a lot of places we go, there's like food trucks and there's a lot of like, I mean, again, in Northern California, simple tacos they'll eat. And quesadillas are like the stopgap. But like, I think in general, my kids will order off a kid's menu and generally get whatever, the kind of the standards, the spaghetti meatballs, the salmon, the whatever, depending on how.
Chicken fingers.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Probably pretty
All
typical
right.
experience to a lot of kids and parents.
Yep. Good luck out there, dads.
Yeah. Good talk.
All right. Happy Tuesday morning. I think that'll wrap it. Cheers. Hope you get to a restaurant soon. Don't be scared. Sounds like y'all shook in the US. Get vaccinated.
There's something called coronavirus over here. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Bad.
Get your vaccines on.